but there's rumors of Nate Diaz fighting Tyron Woodley at UFC 219. Then Chris Cyborg versus Holly Holm was announced. Whether the Diaz-Woodley thing is actually happening now, I don't know. It seems unlikely now after the
It
Cyborg.
seems like they're trying because they didn't announce Holm and Cyborg as the main event. They just announced it on the card.
Yeah.
It'll probably end up being the main event, but it seems like they're trying to work on something for that card. Probably Diaz and Woodley. But from the sounds of what Woodley was saying and what people are saying online, which is not always reliable, but apparently it seems like Nate doesn't want to fight or doesn't want to fight at the terms and the money that they are offering. So I don't like Nate's not one to crumble under kind of public pressure from the UFC or whatever, things like that. So I think the only way it'll get done is if Nate Diaz gets a payday that he thinks is worth it, and I don't think that's going to happen.
What do you think if it does happen? What do you think of that fight?
I think it's a great matchup for Woodley. I think Diaz struggles against people who can take him down and kind of get on top of him. He struggles against leg kicks, which Woodley isn't really known for, but Woodley is a very good game planner and he's very, very good at sticking to a game plan. So I'd expect him to implement a bit of that as well. You can never rule out somebody like Diaz who has the ability to put like massive combinations together like he does, but it's a very difficult matchup for Nate. I think Nate should fight at 155 and kind of position himself in the top 5 or 6 for that, and then get people excited about the McGregor rematch again.
Yeah, a while ago, I think it might have made a bit of sense when he'd beaten McGregor if that rematch wasn't happening. But now I don't think it makes any sense. And I'm okay for fights not making sense as long as they're fun. But I don't think this one is that fun. As you say, I think it's a horrible matchup for Nate Diaz. I think Woodley would beat him pretty easily, to be honest. I think McGregor knocked him down 3 times in the first 2 rounds of their second fight. And Woodley's a huge man, way bigger than McGregor, hits really, really hard. If he hits him a couple of times like that, I think he's gone out. And even if he doesn't, I think he has the ability to take him down and beat him on the ground as well.
Do you think Woodley would have the stand-up advantage, or do you think he'd be able to land the shots? I don't think he'd be able to land the shots like McGregor.
I do. Yeah, I do, because I think
if you remember Diaz Johnson, he looked like he's really putting his boxing and his stand up together better than ever. And obviously in the Conor fight, in the first Conor fight, the strikes led to the finish, in my opinion.
But the thing about Tyron Woodley is it's dragging him into that fight. Like, Woodley is a guy who will we saw it against Wonderboy, and I don't think Nate's a better striker than Wonderboy. Like, I think if he can do that against Wonderboy, he can do it against almost anyone. And I think Nate will come forward a lot more than Wonderboy. But I think, like, it's difficult with Woodley because you looking at him, you think, okay, he'll come out and he will throw those big shots and get into the pocket and throw them. And he might do that against Woodley or against Nate, and I think he probably would if that fight was to happen. But the fact he didn't do it in 2 fights against Wonderboy, very understandable. But then he didn't do it against Demian Maia as well. I know he had a shoulder injury and all, during that fight, so maybe that's the reason why he didn't do it there. But it's difficult to know if he will do it. Logically, I think he will. I don't think that he's getting dragged into the war, but I do think he'll have a game plan. I think he's one of the best game planners in MMA, and he'll have a game plan where he lands those big shots on Diaz, where he takes him down. I don't think he's getting submitted from the bottom by Nate Diaz. Nate is a very, very good bottom game and everything like that, but I don't think he's submitting him. But like, as a fight, you can debate it out. But as I was saying there, like, most of these kind of the money fights, if you want to call them that, they're kind of fun, or it's good matchmaking, like Bisping GSP. I think you might not like that fight, you might not like the fact GSP is skipping the line or whatever, but Bisping versus GSP was a very even matchup. Guys at a similar sort of stage in their careers fighting each other. Same with Henderson and Bisping. Even like if Uriah Faber was to fight TJ Dillashaw, you have the rivalry there. There's some bit of sense in it, or you have just McGregor coming up to fight the RDA at first or whatever, or the belt was on the line, and then fighting Eddie Alvarez after going 1-on-1 against Diaz, or the Diaz second fight. All kind of fun fights or make sense. This is just money, like, and it's nothing else, and that's a bit weird to me because I don't know.
I think Nate's filled out like a bit since the Rory McDonald and Dong fights at welterweight, but he got seriously ragdolled. He wasn't able to stop the takedowns. They were just able to slam him at will. I know he's definitely bigger now, but he's definitely not a big welterweight. He's a big lightweight, but like he's just not a welterweight. He's just not a natural welterweight anyway. And I wouldn't rule Nate Diaz out out completely if it was to happen, but it's just not a good style matchup. And I think as long as Woodley can implement a good game plan, which he's shown that he's actually like, Woodley might not be improving technique wise anymore, or not making big leaps anyway, but I think how he's been getting better is his IQ in the fight and his game plans. So I think that the blueprint is there to beat Diaz, and I think that Woodley would use it and beat him if the fight did happen. But I don't expect the fight to happen.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I think, look, styles make fights, and Diaz is a bad style matchup for McGregor. We saw that in the first fight. We saw it in the second fight as well. You know, he struggled against him, although he did beat him. But against Woodley, it's kind of the opposite way around. I think Woodley is just a horrible matchup for Nate.